Business delegate. Tell me how many use cases are there for business delegate design pattern? How many use cases are there for business delegate design pattern? 3 use cases. Number 1, converting VO class object to BO class object. Number 2, converting VO class object to BO class object. Come on. Number 2, tell me next one. Converting, come on. Converting DAO generated technology specific exceptions to project specific user defined exceptions. That's the use case number 2, right? What is use case number 3? Creating connection object, passing to multiple related DAO classes for transaction management. Come on, for transaction management. I think yesterday we discussed about what? Converting VO class object to BO class object, guys. So that what happens? Any change in the DB table columns, we will be modifying what? BO class, DAO class, business delegate class code, but we will not be touching servlet JSP components of presentation tier. What do you say, guys? Servlet JSP components of presentation tier. Are you getting my point, guys? I hope you convinced with me. Yes, boss. Now let's say file save as business delegate design pattern February 26th. Save this. Converts DAO class generated technology specific exception to project specific exception, guys. Right. Let's understand the problem first. Problem part, guys. Yes, boss. Here is my JSP component, guys. Here is my servlet component, guys. Here is my JSP component. Here is my servlet component. Okay, as usually, browser will be there here. Browser, end user working with the browser. Yes. This is my presentation tier components, guys. Okay. This is my business delegate component. This is my DAO. This is my database. This is my database. Okay. Here are my presentation tire components. Yes, presentation tire components. Yeah. Okay. Here is my business tire components. Here is my business tire component. Browser window. Browser window. This is my servlet component, guys. Controller. Controller. Tell me next one. What is next one? Oh, mistake happened. This is the view component, guys. Generally JSP component, right? Servlet component controller. Business delegate class. Okay, which is a Java class. DAO class, which is a Java class. Here is my database software. Here is my database software. Yes. This will be servlet component, guys. This will be business delegate class. This will be DAO class. This will be DAO class. Guys, give me 2 minutes. కేసు అయితే డ్రాప్ కాకుండా పెట్టండి. బాధితులందరూ గ్యాదర్ అయినట్టుంది. హలో గైస్, కమ్ బ్యాక్. ఎస్ బాస్, టెల్ మీ. Yeah, now tell me, this will talk to database software. This will talk to database software. Okay, throws SQL exception. What is that? Throws SQL exception. Tell me. Data JDBC technology specific exception, guys. JDBC technology specific exception. This is SQL exception, boss. Super. This will be propagated to what, guys? JDBC technology specific exception. Throws SQL exception, propagates to propagates to propagates the exception. Propagates the exception, guys. Fine. What is this? What exception it will propagate, guys? SQL exception only. What is the exception it will propagate? Same SQL exception. Right. Let us assume here what code is there? JDBC code. What code is there? JDBC code. Tell me here, what is this? Propagates the exception, guys. Yes, here also SQL exception. Done. Propagates the exception. SQL exception. Now tell me here. Propagates the exception, SQL exception, guys. Okay. Propagates the SQL exception. Otherwise, if not propagating, come on. Yeah, what is this? Error.jsp. Error.jsp. Error page. Error.jsp error page, guys. And response to browser. Error response to browser. Error response to browser. This is normal browser, normal response, guys. Here is my request. Here is my response. Error response to browser, guys. Error response to browser. Okay. Here what? Catching and handling. Catching and handling exception. Catching and handling exception. Got the clarity, boss? Understood my statement, boss? Come on. Are you comfortable? Okay. Yeah, this is the whole story, guys. This is my database. Come on, come on. Throws SQL exception, JDBC technology specific exception, guys. JDBC technology specific exception, guys. Everyone getting my point here, guys? Yeah, what is the problem here? Array, SQL exception, SQL exception, SQL exception. Servlet catches and handles what exception? SQL exception. Come on. Okay, now listen. This is the basic code. Now I changed JDBC code to Hibernate code. JDBC code to Hibernate code. Tell me what is the exception that will come, guys? Instead of SQL exception, boss, you will be having Hibernate exception or not? What exception, guys? Hibernate exception. Come on. Hibernate exception. Okay, Hibernate exception. Hey, this is also technology specific exception only. Technology specific exception only. Super, guys. Tell me next. Yeah, this also changes to what, guys? Hibernate exception. Tell me. This also changes what, guys? Hibernate exception, guys. Hibernate exception. Come on. Hibernate exception, guys. Come on. Super, guys. Tell me. Here also we have to handle what, guys? Hibernate exception. Are we observing this, guys? Come on. Hibernate exception. What is the problem now? Array, whenever change is there in the DAO class of business tire, it is forcing me to change the code of servlet component of presentation tire. Loose coupling is gonna, not gonna. Loose coupling is gonna, not gonna. I hope you realized the problem, guys. You felt the problem. Actually, we want loose coupling, but are we really ready getting this loose coupling, guys? Are we really getting that loose coupling in any angle? Are you able to continue that loose coupling any angle? Certainly not. Certainly not. What do you say, guys? Really not. Certainly not. Come on. Right, boss. Now let's have a look now. If if DAO class, if the DAO class technology is changed from JDBC to, got guys? Technology changed from JDBC to, what is that? Hibernate. Then the raised exception will also be changed to, tell me guys, will also be changed to hibernate exception from SQL exception. And this, yes, hibernate exception will propagate to, propagate means pass. Propagate to, what is that? Business delegate, comma, controller servlet classes. That means the code of business delegate, comma, controller servlet component must be changed. Must be changed. Okay. Tell me. Changing the code of DAO class is not a problem. Changing the code of DAO class is not a problem. But, sorry, business delegate class. Code of, changing the code of DAO class, comma, business delegate is not a problem. Is not a problem. Because they also belongs to business tier. Come on guys, they also belongs to business tier. Okay, problem is changing the code of, I think, are you able to feel guys? Changing the code of servlet component. Servlet component. Okay, which is a presentation tier component. This kills the loose coupling between what guys? Loose coupling between Java application. What is this? This kills the loose coupling between tell me, Java application and database software. Sorry, between presentation tier components and business tier components. Yes. You want to me talk about solution, guys? You want to me talk about solution, guys? Come on. Yes. Shall I talk about the solution part now? Come on, guys. Right. What is solution, guys? We got a problem. You understood the problem? No, listen. Listen. You get SQL exception as it is. You catch and handle, but rethrow it as a project-specific user-defined exception. Patient not found, internal problem. This kind of exception to servlet component. Servlet component will catch and handle what? Servlet component will catch and handle what? Internal problem exception. Now listen, from there control goes to error.jsp, error response goes to browser. Tomorrow, JDBC code changed to Hibernate code. SQL exception changed to Hibernate exception. Here, business delegate, what it will do? Converts Hibernate exception to internal problem exception. Instead of SQL exception to internal problem exception, now it will convert to what? Hibernate exception to internal problem exception. Still it throws same internal problem exception. So is there any need of modifying the code of servlet component, guys? No. Is there any necessity of modifying the code in the servlet component, guys? No, not at all. Not at all. So modification done in DAO, that modification is happening in business delegate. Both are business tier. Both are business tier component. Both are business tier component. Is that clear, guys? Understood my statement, boss? Understood my statement, boss? Okay. Yeah, business delegate is for classics. VO class code to BO class conversion. Here, what is this? Here, catch and handle exception. Catch and handle. 1 minute, guys. Here, if I try to adjust, it cannot be adjusted. Yeah. Here, catch and handle. Catch and handle. The DAO generated technology specific exception and rethrow it to come on, rethrow it to come on, controller servlet, the project specific user defined exception. The project specific user defined exception, guys. Rethrow it to the project specific user defined exception. Is that clear, my dear? Come on. Guys, give me 2 minutes time. I'll come. Guys, tell me how the code looks. How the code looks, guys. Okay, try. Uh, Tell me. Hmm. Some code, guys. We don't bother about that code. Okay. Business logic plus other logics, whatever it is. Business logic plus other logics. Come on, catch. What is this? Initially a scale exception, guys. But here, throw new internal problem exception. Come on. Okay. Internal problem exception. Tell me, guys. SC dot get message off. Are you listening my statement, guys? Where in business delegate class? In business delegate class, we need to write this code or not? Okay, project specific user defined exception. Are project specific means these are created for projects, na? User defined exceptions are what? Project specific. These are not predefined exceptions. These are created for project, right? Patient ID not found. Project specific user defined exception. Nothing but custom exception. Okay, guys. Nothing but custom exception, guys. How does that looks, guys? Array, that looks very simple one, Babu. Now tell me here. Public class, internal problem. Internal problem exception. Public class, internal problem exception. Tell me, guys, extends from exception or runtime exception. Super, guys. Tell me, public internal problem exception, string MSG, super MSG, done. Okay. This is going to be my custom exception. This is going to be my custom exception, guys. Okay. Right, boss. Tell me, array exception is checked exception. If it is subclass of runtime exception, unchecked exception. Sonu Gupta, shame on you to tell that one. If class is subclass of exception class, checked exception. If class is subclass of runtime exception class, then it is unchecked exception. What do you say, guys? Are you getting my point, boss? Next, code in servlet component now. Code in servlet component now. Try, guys. Try, guys. Invoke service method. Whatever it is. Catch. What is this? Internal problem exception IP. Internal problem exception IP. IP dot print stack trace. IP dot print stack trace. This is my invoking service method, guys. Okay. You can create, that depends upon the requirement, guys. You can create as a checked exception or unchecked exception. Now look at the situation, guys. Look at the situation. SQL exception is changed to Hibernate exception because code is changed to Hibernate code, right? Code is changed to. Now it will propagate what, guys? Hibernate exception here. Here, what should I do? Instead of catching and handling SQL exception, you need to catch and handle what? Hibernate exception. Come on. We need to catch and handle what? Hibernate exception. Super. After that, what next? Tell me, do I need to change this line? No. Okay. Do I need to change this line? No. Do I need to change the way it is handled, guys? No, not at all, right? Come on, my dear. I think you realized it. So where is the modification done? DAO. Where else it is forced to modify? DAO. But is there any pressure to modify our presentation tire component? No. That means again business delegate is helping us to make our code as what? Loosely coupled code between presentation tire components and what? Business tire component. I hope you enjoyed the statement, guys. I hope you got the. Come on. Come on, guys. Are you with me? Feeling comfortable? Super, guys. Nice, guys. Now tell me, any change here, any error, boss? So what happens, guys? Because of this code, written in business delegate class. What, guys? Business delegate class. Because of this code written in business delegate class, if the technology and exception changes in DAO class, if the technology and exception changes in what? DAO class. Come on. Technology and exception changes in what? DAO class. Okay. We need to just modify business delegate class. Business delegate class exception. We need to just modify business delegate class exception, not the okay. Okay, not the servlet component exception. code exception because business delegate is converting the technology specific exception to okay, project specific exception, user defined exception. I think you convinced guys, come on. So, whenever changes happen in business style, stick that mod. Make sure that that modification is stick to that only. Make sure that that modification is stick to that only. Understanding my statement? Okay, before going to third use case, guys, some background preparation I have to do. Okay. Hey, I'm going to implement big project having all the three things. All the three use cases, no doubt in that. Okay. Yeah. What is transaction management? Tell me. What is the transaction management, guys? What is transaction management? The process of combining. What, guys? The process of combining related operations into single unit, executing them by applying do everything or nothing principle is called transaction management. If completed, everything should be completed. If one fails, other one should be failed. If one operation fails, other operation should be failed, guys. Come on. Transfer money is combination of how many operations? 3 operations. Number 1, withdraw amount from source account. Number 2, deposit amount into destination account. If completed, both must be completed. If one operation fails, other operation should be rolled back. Come on. Other operation should be rolled back. If a withdraw operation fails, deposit operations also should be failed. Suppose withdraw operation completed, deposit operation failed, then withdraw operation should be rolled back. Got it or not? That is called transaction management, guys. Okay, now listen, next one more thing, one more use case. You joined in a company. In that company, application is like that. Your details are saved into HR table. Your details are also saved into finance table. Your details are saved to HR table. Your details are saved to finance table. Come on. Save it to HR table, save it to finance table, guys. If completed, both should be completed. One inserting record HR table, not inserting record in finance table is meaningless. If inserted, it should be inserted in both places. If not inserted, it should not be inserted in any place. Suppose your record is inserted in HR table, but not inserted in finance table. What happens? What happened? After joining company, you will get a work. You will be doing hard work. At the month end, you won't get any salary. Why? Your record is not there in finance table. When all colleagues are talking about salary came, you also check your mobile. No message came. No message came. You will wait 2-3 days. Still message has not come. Okay, on benefit of doubt, you asked to receive the message, it's been 35 days. Okay, then you say, go to HR department. You have come to HR department. HR department says, oh, really? Sorry, go to finance department. You have gone to finance department. Come on, guys. Finance department checks, your record is not inserted. Your details are not there with us. So do one thing. Okay, I will take care of this issue. Okay, after 1 week he called, a finance department person called. Now only I got your details, boss. Okay, it takes another 15 days to sanction salary for you. I need to get approval from, come on. Come on, come on. I need to get approval from a number of departments, even directors, board of directors. Okay, do one thing. Why don't you take both salaries together? Don't expect this month's salary. Why don't you take both salaries together? When the finance department says like that, we say, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. But when the tension comes, you have prayed God, hey God, if you give me this job, I will pay first salary to you. I will pay first salary to you. If you have prayed for God, I will give first month salary, no tension. If you prayed the God, I will give first salary to you, tension comes. Because in your mind, you said first salary means first 30 days salary. But now first salary is coming after 60 days. So you have to give double. So Bhagavan is planned to loot your money or not? Bhagavan has planned to loot your money or not? Come on. Lord Balaji is known for this kind of lootings. What do you say, guys? The richest God on this earth. So this kind of tensions may be there or not there. So that's why better to insert in both places. Otherwise, don't insert in any place. I think you got exact requirement of transaction management, my dear. Exact need of transaction management. Exact requirement of transaction management. Come on. Right, boss. The process of combining related operations into single unit and executing them by applying do everything or nothing principle. Executing them by applying do everything or nothing principle. By applying do everything or nothing principle is called TX management. Okay. While dealing with sensitive logics, we need to work with TX management. While dealing with sensitive logic, we need to work with transaction management. Use case transfer money. Use case 1 transfer money. Use case 1 transfer money. What is transfer money, guys? Is a combination of two operations or not? It is definitely combination of two operations. Right, guys. Transfer money. The withdraw deposit operations should be executed by applying do everything or nothing principle. Next, use case 2. What is that, guys? Use case 2. What is use case 2, guys? Employee registration. Okay. insertion of record in HRDB table and insertion of record in finance DB table should be executed by applying do everything or nothing principle. Do everything or nothing principle. Do everything or nothing principle. Do everything or nothing principle, guys. Are you understanding my statement, guys? This is the transfer money, guys. This is my employee registration. This is employee registration. Right, guys. Tell me, guys. Transaction management. Transaction management. What is that? TXMGMT deals with 3 operations. A. Begin transaction. Okay. B. Execute logics. C. Commit or rollback transaction. Commit or rollback transaction. Okay. In JDBC, guys, what do you mean by begin transaction, guys? In JDBC, con.set auto commit false. Execute logics, nothing but execute the queries. Ayyo. Execute logics, nothing but execute queries. Con.commit, guys, or con.rollback. Con.commit, guys, or con.rollback. Super, boss. Super means super. Con.commit means con. I hope you enjoyed. Commit means everything should be committed, saved. Rollback means nothing has. If anything is done, they should be undone. If anything is done already, that should be undone. Come on, guys. Got the clarity? If anything is done, that should be undone. That's the meaning of that. Got the clarity, boss? Come on. All right. Yes, actually, I'm preparing background for third use case, guys. I'm definitely preparing background for third. Right, boss. Con dot set auto commit false. Execute the queries. Con dot commit and rollback, boss. Fine. How to implement this one, we will see later. I think I have shared special classes meeting ID. Okay, I think I have shared special classes meeting ID. Find next. Shared na? Copy this. Got it, guys? Okay, guys. Thank you. We'll meet tomorrow, guys. Sorry. We'll meet on Monday, but tomorrow 9 a.m. common topic, how to hunt software job as a fresher, as an experienced person. As a fresher, as an experienced person. Thank you, guys. Next time.